El más malo momento se lo llevó el ciclón. Como dice Rico, hasta que se saque el malecón. Como dice el único, no estaba rosa. Salió para la calle y anda peligrosa. Que no tiene historia de caballo ni carroza. Que más nunca va a ser novia y mucho menos esposa.
Welcome to La Gitana. How are you, everybody? I am still celebrating. Even though it was on Saturday. Well, it was actually August 11th, and y'all know that. Although it was actually August 11th, I'm still celebrating. Hola, mi Italia, ¿cómo estás, mi amor? So come on. We got some celebrating. We got some announcements. And we got some serious stuff that we got to talk about. And I want everybody to get into the conversation. But before we start that, today is a very, very, very super duper important day in my granddaughter's life. She became 2. So I have her special song, which I'm going to play because sometimes her mommy listens in. So this is her special song on her birthday. Don't go nowhere. I'm telling you, we got things to talk about. Happy birthday, Micaela. I love you, baby girl. Happy birthday. My baby's 2 today. What? And yes, she does dance to this song. Happy birthday to Micaela. Hola, Judy, Barbara, Letty, Mitalia, how are you? Michelle says, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. We're just starting. We're just starting. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's the dancing diva, and y'all know it. The ones that were at my party, y'all know it. She didn't stop dancing. Hey, boo. I had your shirt on the other day, girl. Everybody was asking about it. Enrique. I just saw something that we got to talk about, Enrique. It's bad, it's bad, it's bad. But right now, happy birthday to Micaela, my granddaughter. She just turned 2. Press that share button and let's get into this conversation. Press that share button. Go nowhere, Rose. ¿Cómo estás? Vaya, don't go nowhere. Got lots to celebrate and lots to talk about. Happy birthday. Abuela loves you, baby girl. So, August 11th was my birthday. I celebrated. It was great. I want to thank Yvette Soto from Atlantic City because I was supposed to just go, as you already know, I already told you, I was supposed to be in Atlantic City to turn over my sash as godmother of the Latin Music Festival over to the new 2019 godmother, Jessica Ramirez, an attorney that works with immigration and criminal law. And here I walk in to a full house, and it was my surprise birthday party. Oh my goodness, what? I had a blast. So Yvette Soto in Atlantic City, thank you for that surprise. I'm telling you, I had a blast. On Saturday, see my kids, I love them. They try to keep these surprises from me, and I'm so nosy. I'm so nosy. I overheard the conversation. But Barb, you know, we had a blast. Christina Lopez Brooks, my oldest daughter, threw me a surprise party over at Tomasello Winery in Hamilton, New Jersey. And let me tell you, it was very intimate. It was very elegant. It was amazing. Yvette, prima, ¿cómo estás? It was beautiful. And everybody, absolutely everybody that was in the house that night, if you didn't know them, you went up to them, you said hello, you introduced yourself, you hugged them, you had a blast. We all had a blast. We had so much fun. So much fun. Yvette, ¿cómo estás? Are you feeling better, baby girl? I keep up. So let me go through the announcements so that we can get to our conversation, because I know that everybody's worried about a lot of your family, right? So I got information. Don't worry, I got your information that you need to know. And I'm going to keep track of it. So you're going to see me going back and forth because I'm keeping track of a few things that are happening all simultaneously. So if you even look at my desk right now, I'll be embarrassed. Okay. But Saturday, and before I say this, I'm going to tell you, thank you for all these commercials, paid commercials on La Gitana Talk Show. Without you, La Gitana could not continue. So thank you for all your support. Hello, Camden Store. What? I saw some things that we got to talk. I'm telling you, we got a lot of things to talk. So Saturday, August 31st, from 1 to 4 p.m., WWITS mentoring program and I Say Yes Salon and Spa is hosting. I did enjoy myself. Is hosting a glam day for all the beautiful women, young ladies that are going back to school. And that is going to be August 31st, 2019, 1 to 4 p.m. And the new location is Martin Luther King Community Center, located at 1151 Haddon Avenue in Camden, New Jersey. And to register, you can go to the eventbrite.com event, back to school party for girls, or you can call LaShonda Carter at 856-676-9803. And this is hosted by I Say Yes Salon and Spa, as well as WWITS mentoring program, which is Pastor Gwendolyn Ann Cook and Barbara Hall Bryant and Crystal Lewis. Thank you for putting this great event together for all the young ladies that are going back to school. On Sunday, I'll post that event because I haven't posted that event on the page yet. I will be posting it. This event, or I am having an interview where I will be talking about human trafficking on Sunday at 8 a.m. And I will be with Pastor Edwin Ramos on WCMD radio talking about human trafficking and all that it entails. There's so much to be talked and spoken about, but time is limited, so we're going to talk about the very important things. They are going to give out a number where you'll be able to call in and make questions or give your comments. I don't have that number yet, but as soon as I have that number, I will be posting it so that all of you can listen in. You can go on Facebook Live and look for Camden WCMD Radio, and you can see the interview. Again, don't forget, Saturday, August 31st in Camden, New Jersey, a glam day for all the youth that are going back to school, hosted by Pastor Gwendolyn Ann Cook, Barbara Hall Bryant, and Crystal Lewis. What a team, what a team. And LaShonda Carter. Sorry, I did forget to name her, but LaShonda Carter is also involved. I also want to thank Top Flight Studio for doing my makeup and my hair for my birthday on Saturday. If you saw the picture on the page, yes, that's exactly what I looked like on Saturday. Today, I'm too tired for all of that mess. You're just going to get this. But Top Flight Studio, Robin Lynette and Dominique Milan, they did amazing work, not only on myself, but on my youngest daughter, Crystal, and my oldest daughter, Christina, as well. Thank you, Susan. How are you? Kevin, how are you? So, let's get to the news. The news. There's news. There's hurtful news. But let's get to July. We're going to start with July 26th. And let me tell you why we're going to start with July 26th. Homeland Security moves $155 million from FEMA Disaster Relief for Immigration Enforcement Agency to continue deporting and sending people back to Mexico, putting a total of $271 million in Homeland Security, $116 million for ICE detention beds. They have no intentions, according to the news that I just read a few minutes ago, that they have been posting, and I'll post it so that you can continue to read it and continue to look at it. It's very heartbreaking to see all the things that are happening around immigrants. Their undocumented children, horrific things, horrific stories continue to come out. And now on top of the immigration, there's a storm that's hitting, and he's worried about taking FEMA money that could help if there were to be a disaster in Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, or here in the U.S. If there were to be a disaster, he is taking $155 million from the FEMA budget for immigration. I don't see the logic in that, especially at this precise moment. Okay? And they say that Homeland Security went to Congress on July 26th and informed them, this is what we're doing. And they did it. So right before this storm hits. So I pray that everyone is safe and everybody continues to be safe. I have not gotten any messages like I was getting. I haven't gotten any messages yet. A few that needed lights, and so, but that's been taken care of. A few that needed radio because they needed to know what was going on with the storm, and that was immediately taken care of. So, but if anything bigger than that happens, I plan on immediately, just as I did before, and I know for certain that all of you will help me again. I know, I don't even have to wonder. I know that you will help me again to help our people in Puerto Rico. So they do not stand alone. I know that. But this is a disgrace that this individual continues to do these things behind closed doors where we don't know what's happening. And when you get to know what's happening, it's too late. It's already been done. So over 100 flights. Yes, over 100 flights have been canceled at Puerto Rico airport. Over 100 flights coming and going. Hurricane Dorian, or Storm Dorian, is growing in strength to a Category 3 by the time it hits Florida. So as Yvette, my prima that lives in Florida, just requested, please keep Florida in your prayers. If you have any family, make sure that they are prepared for what may come. Category 3 or Category 2, regardless, get them prepared. If they need something and you can send it to them, don't wait to the last minute. It's ridiculous. You can't do anything at the last minute. Do it now. If you give them a list of how to get prepared, which I'm going to post, if you give them a list of how to get prepared, properly prepared, and let me tell you, just like I said last year, there's no really good way of being prepared for a hurricane. There just isn't. We lived through one, and my mom has lived through a few of them. And so she always said there's no way to prepare yourself for a hurricane. But at least have a list of the essentials that you may need for at least that covers at least 10 to 13 days. 10 to 13 days. Have supplies in your house for at least 10 to 13 days. So get on the phone with your relatives and ask them, hey, hermana, hermano, mami, papi, are you okay? Do you need me to send you anything from here? Don't wait till the last minute. Governor Ron DeSantis declared a state of emergency in Florida. In Puerto Rico, hola Samuel, in Puerto Rico, flash flooding and mudslides through Thursday morning over portions of Puerto Rico. Tropical storm warning is in effect for Puerto Rico, while hurricane warnings cover Vieques, Culebra in the United States, and British Virgin Islands. 4 to 6 inches of rain for the easternmost of Puerto Rico. San Juan dodged the worst. And again, over 100 flights have been canceled from Puerto Rico. Yvette says that in Florida they mainly need water throughout the state. So if you have family in Puerto Rico, in Florida, in any of these places that I just mentioned, Vieques, Culebra, anywhere in the United States, British Virgin Islands, especially in Florida, call them right now. Right now. Do not wait till tomorrow morning and then you can't do anything about it. You have to be preventive. You have to be prepared in advance. In advance, not during, in advance. You have to make sure that you have water, batteries, you have clothes, whatever it is that you may need. Jesse, hi. Whatever it is that you may need. Blankets, socks, because if there are floods and you need to get into the flood for whatever reason, your feet are going to get wet. You're going to get cold. You're going to need socks to be able to change and keep warm and not get sick. You need blankets for just in case you need to get out and go to a shelter or whatever. Listen, don't let your ego get in the way. If they tell you, listen, you got to move out, you got to evacuate, do not say, ay, but I'm not going to leave my casa. Your casa is not as valuable as your life is. Your casa is not as valuable as your life is. Get out. Your casa is not as valuable as your life is. I understand that starting over is very difficult. Yes, it is. It's very difficult. I've been there, done that. Been there, done that. Yvette knows. Been there, done that. But as scary as starting over is, it's worse if you're hurt, your children are hurt, your husband, your spouse is hurt, your pets are hurt. If they tell you to evacuate, don't say, no, I've been here for years, ain't nothing gonna happen, man. Stop the madness. You understand me? Stop the madness. Get up, pack some stuff, get in the car, and go. Hi, DeAndre. How are you? So, again, it is flash flooding and mudslides through tomorrow morning over portions of Puerto Rico. There is a lot of rain. A lot of rain. Make sure over the easternmost parts of Puerto Rico. So please make sure that you call your relatives and make sure that they are safe, that they're okay, that they don't need anything. If they do, try to get it. There was a young lady here in the office today that her mother needed new radios because ever since the hurricane, she needs to have some kind of voice to hear and to keep informed of what's going on because she lost her house. And so the radio is like her everything is, and so she immediately sent it to her. But she also checked on her and said, "Hey, Mom, are you okay? Do you need anything else other than just those radios?" And so please don't wait till it's the last minute. Exactly, even starting over is easier than suffering injuries or death. Exactly. Totally agree. Totally agree. You can restart, although it may be hard. And listen, if you don't have the money, I'm telling you, been there, done that. Okay. Had to live in a tractor trailer. Been there, done that. I'm trying to tell you. It's difficult, but if you have to go, you gotta go. Yadira, ¿cómo estás? Atlantic City, Florida, Puerto Rico, Vieques, Culebra, United States, and British Virgin Islands. They are all on warnings. All of them. And over 100 flights have been canceled from Puerto Rico. And again, what bothered me when I was looking up all this stuff, and when I wanted to wait to the last minute, because they always have those last minute reports. And so I wanted to know all that is happening, and to find out that Congress, that Homeland Security has moved $155 million from FEMA disaster relief for immigration. I don't understand that logic. I don't understand that logic at all. They say, and I'm gonna read it because I don't want you to think I'm crazy, okay? DHS, I'm reading it to you so you can hear it. DHS notified Congress of its plan to reprogram and transfer funds from agencies over to Immigration and Customs Enforcement. DHS enforcement arm on July 26, according to a DHS official. Okay. The department plans to transfer around $116 million for ICE detention beds, as well as transportation and deportation, the officials say. You know, it's the wrong time. It's the wrong time to do this, because there is, it's hurricane season, right? And this will not be the last of the storms. So do you predict that everybody's just going to be okay? Is it really? For a fact that everybody's just going to be fine. So let's just take the money and put it wherever we feel like it? Really? Don't think so. I will post, well, anyway, I just read it to you, but look it up, and it's there. And there's a whole lot of more information about that. Have you heard or seen? Do you have any questions about any of that, guys? Again, please call your family. Even if you have friends, in Puerto Rico or in Florida, call them and make sure that they're okay. Make sure that they don't need something. Okay? So, have you heard about the Amazon? Yeah. Not good. Not muy bueno either, right? No. Not muy bueno at all. We're going to talk about that in a minute, okay? Just in a minute. I need to get some water. I'll be right back.
Tú me enseñaste a nunca negar los labios. Tú me enseñaste a sentir en el corazón que la pasión tiene sus seguidores y que el dolor tiene su predilección. Tú me enseñaste a mucho más que ser tu amante. Me consagraste el compañero de tu amor, y que en el amor no pueden haber pausas, porque las consecuencias se las siente el corazón. Fuiste hasta como ama. Yo te lo agradezco desde el fondo de mi alma, pero lo que no merezco es que no me enseñes a olvidar. Dime cómo te olvido, porque eso no se hace. Si es una mentira, ver que ya no te quiero, porque nunca aprendí cómo se olvidan los recuerdos. Dime cómo te olvido, porque eso no se hace. Aún siento en las mañanas tu corazón en mi pecho, porque todo ese tiempo te amaba en silencio.
Let's talk about that.
Amarte es así, nuestro amor será, lo sabe lo sabe todo. Y si me aprendas a seguir,
Scratches and dents are bad.
por callarte todo. Fuiste mi maestra, la que me enseñó de todo, desde cómo dar un beso hasta tomar amar. Yo te lo agradezco desde el fondo de mi alma, pero lo que no merezco es que no me enseñes a olvidar. Dime cómo te olvido, porque eso no se hace. Si es una mentira, ven que ya no te quiero, porque nunca aprendí cómo se olvidan los recuerdos. Dime cómo te olvido, que eso no se hace. Aún siento en las mañanas tu corazón en mi pecho, porque todo este tiempo, mi amor, te he amado en silencio.
United we stand. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yvette, United we stand. Yvette makes a very great point, and she says, start making a change in our government now. With every single election from now until 2020, let our voices be heard. We the people make the change. A lot of people don't want to go out and vote. A lot of people just want to just sit back and let others vote and let the change happens. I don't know. I guess by magic dust. Yes. I'm sarcastic. Yes. Magic dust doesn't get you to get change anywhere. You have to make the changes. You have to want to make the changes. If you don't get out and vote, there's no way that things will change. Manuel, ¿cómo estás? How's business, baby? You, Lucy, ¿cómo estás? Faces of Change. I truly love the name. You're going out to the streets and you're making changes in people's lives, personal lives, and I love that. And just like Yvette said, you have to go out and vote. You cannot sit at home and expect change to be just knocking at your door. I'm right here. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello. No, that doesn't happen. It does not happen. You got to go out there. You got to vote. You got to get involved. Beditza, how are you, babe? How are you? Beditza, you're looking just, oh my God, just spectacular. Spectacular, girl. Davida, how are you? How are you, hon? Are you still in Florida? Is everything okay? Are you okay? So, the Amazon rainforest, for those that you do not know, I'll give you some facts before I go into what's going on. The Amazon rainforest covers much of the northwestern Brazil and extends. Hola, Natalia. Dr. Ortiz, how are you? And covers and extends into Colombia, Peru, and South American countries. It covers 2.124 million miles. There's a lot of ground to cover. It's not just a little block. The rainforest, and for those of you that, you're in Atlanta, great, babe, great. I was, as soon as I saw your name, got worried. I'm glad you're safe and you're good. For those of you that think that the forest, well, that's in Brazil, it has nothing to do with us. Hush your mouth, because yes, it does. The rainforest has been in existence for at least 55 million years. Indigenous people live in the Amazon. Approximately 400 tribes, which is 1 million Indians, okay, native to that Amazon. So it's not just the unique species of plants and animals, there are also humans that live there. You can do, and I read this and I was like, get the heck out of here. You can do, it says, you can do 5 different trips to the Amazon and each time encounter different species. Like, what? That's crazy. A new plant or animal species is discovered there every 2 days. The Amazon produces about 20% of Earth's oxygen. Now, I'm going to tell you that if you don't believe in global warming, then you're already saying she's full of it. If you don't believe in global warming, you're already calling me a liar. I already know that. Me personally, La Gitana personally believes completely in global warming. One, there's always a consequence to an effect that is happening. Okay? If you cut this tree down, what is happening? If you cut that branch off, what is happening to the tree? There's a consequence, there's an effect to every action that you take. So yes, I believe in global warming. I believe that we are hurting and we have been hurting. And let me tell you, as a Taína Indian, an Arawak, very proud Arawak Indian from the Caribbean island of Puerto Rico, I believe, and I have always believed, that Mother Earth needs to be taken care of, needs to be tended to, needs to be protected. And we are not doing that. We're not doing that by our land. We are not doing that by our waters. We are not doing that by our skies. We're just not. And we need to, because Mother Earth is what gives us life. Without it, there is no functioning of animals, plants, or humans. And destroying Mother Earth with all the crazy things that we have been doing through the years does not make it any better for us. So what is happening is that they are deforestation. So they're burning these trees because they're trying to make way for cattle ranching. And I understood that because I used to see, and I still see, Bonanza. If y'all gonna laugh, but listen, I like those old shows. La Gitana loves those old shows. And on Bonanza, they talk all the time about you can't bring your cattle through here because you're gonna mess up the Ponderosa. And I'm thinking, why? Well, because the cattle is just gonna devour everything in its way. It's gonna mess up the land. It's gonna trample everything there. But these humans, what they're doing is they are burning they're intentionally burning down the forest, burning down the Amazon to make way for cattle. That's what they're doing. So burning of this forest is considered the second major driver of climate change. If you think about it, you're burning down the trees. We need trees, but we're getting rid of them. So our clean air, pollution, oxygen, we're hurting. Responsible for 18 to 25% of global annual carbon dioxide emissions. That's what the forest takes in. Deforestation includes lodging, agricultural, cattle ranching, mining, oil extraction, and dam building. So they build these dams above the rivers and the lakes that are inside within the forest. But can you imagine holding that much water? It is impossible. So through the years, it just takes over the bridge. So now you put a bridge where it's gonna go away in a few years. It's just gonna be a hot mess. It's not gonna exist. Okay? Oil extraction, they're going in and they're trying to find new pockets of oil within the forest. So they're making all sorts of holes and all sorts of things that they're doing over there at the forest. The mining, they are mining for absolutely everything that they can think of. And again, the cattle ranching is horrible because they are burning down the forest, and it's not just a little bit. I'm gonna tell you how much. They're burning down the forest. Once they bring the herds in, now what agriculture are you gonna give them? What greens are you gonna give them? You just burnt everything down. Not so smart. Yeah. Listen to this one. For each pound of beef produced, 200 square feet of rainforest are destroyed. For every pound of beef, 200 square feet of rainforest is destroyed. What? Aaron, how are you? Terry? That's craziness. That is craziness. That's a lot. The recent fires broke out in early August. The number of fires in the Amazon this year. You think that this is the first fire? It is not. This is not even the second fire. But it has to stop. And the indigenous people are trying to fight it. But the government there just does not want to listen. Does not want to say, okay, enough is enough. No, they are getting these flamethrowers, literally flamethrowers, and they are burning down the rainforest. And let me tell you, if you think that the lovely, wonderful, caring, compassionate, amor de amor, President Trump is supporting the indigenous people, this dude took to them flamethrowers. That's what he gave them. Because he's in support of the cattle ranching. So yes, he's in support of burn the forest down. Yes. Yep. So number of fires in the Amazon this year has reached a total of more than 80,000. When levels of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere increase, it causes the planet to heat up. The ramifications are that it changes the whole atmospheric circulation that causes the melting of large ice sheets and many other catastrophic effects of climate change. And if you have continued, and if you're into this global warming, I'm telling you, go look at what's happening to the polar bears. These polar bears have little pieces of ice that they're now standing on. Little pieces of ice, because all their ice is melting around them. All of it is melting around them. And all of this that I'm reading to you is information that was given by Stephen Ackley, an associate professor of geology in University of Texas in San Antonio. Brazilian administration is determined to develop the rainforest regardless the objectives of its indigenous inhabitants. Regardless that these inhabitants, these indigenous people are there saying, this is our home. What are you doing? Stop this. Regardless. And again, remember I said it's not just Brazil. It is not just Brazil. It expands into Colombia, Peru, and South American countries. It is way over 2 million miles of Amazon rainforest. So we're not talking about two pelagatos on a corner. We're talking about 1 million indigenous people, 400 tribes being wiped out because the president over there, okay, the president of Brazil, Jair Bolsonaro, that's his name. Right now, 2,500 active fires in the Amazon. Right now. Right now. The president, and this was recent, has rejected the help from the G7 summit. Rejected it. They were putting a package together to give him money, $20 million of aid in a package. Give it to this president to help stop all this fire. To help. Give him aid. And he said, nope, don't want it. Nope, don't want it. We got to burn this forest because we need to bring these cattle up in here. And he just, he could care less. That is what's happening. Bolivia's president, I mean, I'm telling you, all these presidents around him are offering help. And all he wants are more flamethrowers. Bolivia's president, Evo Morales, contracted a Boeing 747 super tanker to help extinguish the fires. All these presidents around him are trying to help the Amazon, trying to stop the fires. And this man says, no. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is offering to send $15 million and water bombers to stop the fires. He said, He's not interested. He is not interested. And, I tell you, it is very sad because the indigenous people revere the forest. That until the present has protected them from outsiders and given them everything they need. They have everything they need right there in that rainforest. They live with the animals. They live in commune with the animals. And the president could care less. They live what is called a sustainable existence, meaning they use the land without doing harm to the plants and animals that also call the rainforest their home. That is what an Indian does. An Indian does not hurt or harm another creature. That's not what we do at all. We live with, we find commune with, but we do not harm another creature. As a wise indigenous man once said, the earth is our historian, our educator, the provider of food, medicine, clothing, and protection. She is the mother of all races. Absolutely. And as such, we need to protect it and continue to protect it so it does not vanish. And we are extinguishing our earth right from underneath of us because of greed. Pure greed. And I understand that there are meat eaters. I get it. My husband and my children are meat eaters. I am not. I eat chicken. I eat chicken and seafood. But I don't eat all that other meat. I can't. I don't. It's been long time. Long time. And I'm okay. I'm actually okay. You can be okay. I actually was vegetarian at one time, which I didn't eat any meat, not even chicken, not even seafood, nothing. I just ate all vegetable stuff. I was eating tofu. That's how serious I take this stuff. I can't continue that way because of my health. I have to eat some kind of a chicken, of meat. So I prefer the chicken. But all that other stuff I can't eat. And I get it. There's meat eaters out there. Don't get offended, please, because that's not what I'm saying. But we are hurting motherland. We are hurting Mother Earth with all this greed. I can't imagine the ecological damage that this will cause, not only to South America, but the entire world. Exactly, Rose. Exactly. Again, it's not just hurting Brazil. It is hurting the world. And what are we teaching our children? To hurt where they live? To injure? We live off of Earth. The animals and the plants and all of these things. There's an evolution. It's just what's supposed to happen. It's part of our ecology. It just is. And I understand that. But to hurt it because we're greedy, we want more money and more money and more money and more money. What are you doing? What are you doing? How about all these lives? Just like it's happening in Brazil, I'm telling you. The things like this happen right in your backyard. Meaning right here on our land, in the United States, in our nation. Get out when it's time to vote. Get out and vote. I do not understand why the persistence of, my vote really doesn't matter. They already have their people picked. I get it. But you should be getting involved right there where you live. Grassroots. Community work. Get involved and make a change wherever it is that you live. All the complaining and all the blame games don't get anything done. It may make it worse. It may make it worse. Get out and get involved. And I'm not talking about get involved because you want a title behind your name or because you want to have recognition for what you're doing or because you need attention. No, get involved for the right motive. Because you have passion for your community, because you want to see a change in people's lives, especially in our children's lives, especially if we want to see a tomorrow for them. If you're not interested in giving them a tomorrow, then hey, I understand that stay home, don't do nothing. But I don't want to hear the blaming and I don't want to hear the complaints. Don't tell me, Beatrice, why don't you get involved with this? Why don't you get involved with it? Don't send me to do it. Hey, La Gitana, why don't you come over here and protest with us? Are you there? No. Then why should I go? I know where I need to be. I know what I need to do. And I do it. And I don't complain about it. I don't got time for that. And I don't have time to blame the government for this, that. No, I go out, I vote. I go out and I get involved. I go out and I do the things that I need to do. I might not be making a big drastic change, but I know because I know for a fact that I'm changing people's lives. We can all do that. We just got to get involved. Stop nitpicking, stop blaming, and stop complaining. I need all of you to get involved. And I'm going to leave you tonight with something, let me see. What am I going to leave you? I'm going I am. I'll be nice. I'm going to give you something different that I normally don't do, right? I normally don't do it. Don't do the blame game. Don't do the whining and complaining anymore. That doesn't get you anything. Get out there and make a change. Get involved in your community. Get involved in your community. You can do that. That's the first step. Get out and get involved. Prayers to Puerto Rico and Florida, the Virgin Islands, Culebra, and Vieques. May you all be protected, stay safe, and out of harm. And again, if you need La Gitana, you know I ain't gonna fail you. I'm not gonna fail you. You need La Gitana, I'm right here. I'm right here. Send me a message and let's see what we can do. A little bit of salsa. I never give you salsa, right? I know. Happy birthday, Micaela. Grandma loves you so much. I love you guys. Don't forget to listen in on Sunday. I'll be talking about human trafficking. Press that share button. Remember, press that share button.